So let me try to do this the best I can here, the best of my knowledge. So Chad Baker-Mazara signed a deal to remain at Auburn, I don't know, 6 weeks ago or so. I think it was in February. And the deal was worth I think it was around $1 million. Okay, around $1 million. And again, my sources say that Chad then found out, and he was hurt, that Keyshawn Hall signed a deal with Auburn after the season for double the money, somewhere in the two-ish, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4 range, somewhere there. And he was hurt because, he helped lead Auburn to a Final Four. He's obviously done a really good job. You could say what you want out of Chad Baker, and I can go into my thoughts of Chad as well. But he's been a big piece of their success the last couple of years, and he was hurt by that. They renegotiated, and the number that Auburn came up to was not satisfactory to Chad and his camp. He signed a deal, Rob. He signed a deal in which if he gets out of that deal legally, he would have to pay back a significant percentage of that $1.1 million. I'm told it's around 60% of the deal. Well, he went in the portal last week. So he is willing to pay that 60% of that's $650,000, I believe, if my math is correct, of $1.1 million. So will Auburn, number one, and it won't be Bruce Pearl, but it'd be the school, would they choose to sue Chad Baker-Mazara if he doesn't pay the $650,000? Now, if you're Chad Baker-Mazara's camp, you also could be thinking, well, you know what? I can make more going on the open market to pay for that $650,000. Guys are making $2.5, $3 million. I'm hurt. I'm willing to pay that money, and I'm going to make $3 million or $2.5 million, and it's still going to make up, 2.5 minus $650. I'm still going to make out on this overall deal, and I want to go somewhere else right now because I don't feel like I was been straight up by Auburn with the key shot. And again, it's hard because let me get your thoughts first, and then I'll kind of push back or weigh in. But what are your thoughts on that overall situation? Hearing
well, it depends. I get why Chad is going to want to try to get back out there and make a little bit more money, right? I also think that it's a situation similar to what we talked about with Denzel Aberdeen, where if he stays around the Auburn program, the long-term benefits of that significantly outweigh the one-time payday that he's going to be able to make. I also think that I'm on board. Like if Auburn's going to sue him, I'm on board with that. You sign a contract that has that as the buyout, and then you still put your name in the portal. Like if this is going to be professional basketball, and we're going to be dealing with millions.
Right, you signed it.
We're going to be dealing with
it.
millions and millions of dollars, and you sign something, a legal document, and then you can't back out of that. That's not how it works. This is the real world now. This is professional sports. You sign a contract that you don't like in the NBA. You know what? You either play it out or you hold out until they offer to give you more money. But the power is with the program. The power is with the company, the franchise, and the organization.
Now the question becomes, can Chad Baker-Mazara, all right, can I tell you my thoughts on Chad, first of all, because I was not the biggest Chad Baker-Mazara fan a year ago. When he got booted out of the game at Yale, there's been a lot of issues over the years with him and drama, with other players. 25 years old, a lot of people saying, like, just be done with college. Now, to me, if I'm Chad Baker-Mazara, number one, I wouldn't be done with college because he doesn't come from a lot. Comes from the Dominican Republic. And if he can make $2-3 million and he's not alone here, you absolutely come back and do that because that may be more money than you ever make. You could be in the G League making $50,000 next year. So you get paid. Number one, you get paid. All these kids putting their name in that are ineligible right now, trying to get an extra year. I get it. Why not? Even if it's a Hail Mary, throw it, man. Because if it lands, you're going to get set up for life. But Chad, I've gotten to know over the last probably few months this season, and I really do like Chad a lot. I think, again, is he immature? Sure, he's immature, absolutely. But if you watch him in the NCAA tournament, he actually didn't have many issues on the court with any other players. He wasn't going down and faking injuries, things of that nature. I really thought he grew up a lot this NCAA tournament, thinking about what happened last year, how he might have cost his team a deep run in the NCAA tournament. So, for me, I understand not everybody is going to want Chad Baker-Mazara, but I do think, there'll be some teams right now and there have been some teams that have called on him. And I'll give you 4, Rob. I'll give you 4 teams right now that have called. And I don't know the level of interest right now. It's still fairly early in the process. But Arkansas, Kentucky, Ole Miss, and Providence are 4 teams that absolutely have called on Chad Baker-Mazara and shown some level of interest so far.
Yeah. Providence just got a commitment today from Duncan Powell, who was previously committed to Georgetown, which I'm sure Providence fans are really going to enjoy that one. We'll talk about that in here in a second. The Arkansas one is the one that I think that makes the most sense to me.